I always thought my girlfriend was the purest little angel. Turns out she's a total hypocrite with slutty instincts. She actually video called her stepbrother in the bathroom at midnight, wearing a sexy maid outfit, swaying her hips while cooing in that fake baby voice. Master, come, give me orders. But cheating on me wasn't enough. She demanded I pay her stepbrother's $50,000 dowry or she'd call off our wedding. A million what the fuck stamped it through my mind. Marriage? In your damn dreams. You two-timing snakes better brace for hell. Waking up parched from too much drinking, I stumbled out to find the bathroom light on. Through the frosted glass door, Lisa's silhouette pressed against it. Those unmistakable curves undulating in a maid costume I'd never seen. Since when did church girl Lisa buy this trash? She used to slap my phone when bikini models popped up. Blood rushed south until I heard her squeal, Master, command your girl. The floor dropped beneath me. Then came that wheezing voice I'd recognize anywhere. Dave's post-chemo rasp. Ah, Lisa. I'm close. My grip cracked the water glass. So Lisa wasn't some virginal princess, but a lying skank. That stepbrother Dave from the blended family, formerly Thompson, before his mom married Lisa's dad, they'd lived together 3 goddamn years. Had he been plowing her that whole time? Sleeping soundly with that cuckold crown? Huh. Dave's phlegmy chuckle echoed. You sure he didn't notice? He's out cold. Lisa giggled. I even slapped him goodnight earlier. Dumbass thought it was a kiss. Marry that gullible fool. Dave panted. We'll keep fucking next door whenever you visit. Tomorrow I want you wearing his ring when I wreck that ass. Every cell screamed to smash through the door. 3 years. 3 years of her fake purity act while riding this cancer-riddled creep. The bathroom mirror showed my twisted reflection red-eyed. Trembling. The world's biggest sucker with imaginary horns growing from his forehead. The conversation between these two scumbags shattered my sanity. How could anyone be so shameless and perverted? Even if we're not blood-related. I'm not a damn corpse. Am I invisible? Lisa, I totally misjudged you. Rage burned through me, itching to storm in and pummel Lisa right then. I wanted to expose their filthy affair immediately. Yet somehow, I suddenly cooled down. Rushing this wouldn't work. They didn't deserve an easy out. I remembered Lisa mentioning Dave recently started dating some rich girl. Pretty, delicate, loaded. His parents were obsessed with securing that match. My fist clenched, lips curling into a frosty smile. Let the storm come. You cheating bastards. This ends with your ruin. Back in bed, Lisa crept in, shooting nervous glances. When I pretended to sleep, she hastily stuffed her maid costume into a trash bag. Where'd you go, honey? I mumbled drowsily. She flinched. Bathroom. Stomachache. You feeling okay, babe? Just a headache. Oh, my family's pushing hard. Let's visit your folks tomorrow to discuss wedding plans. Tomorrow? Her voice cracked with eagerness. I nodded. Can't wait another day. She tossed restlessly all night, legs rubbing together. The slut couldn't contain herself. Next morning, I brought carefully selected gifts to her rural hometown, a tight-knit farming community. Everyone except her stepmother, that garish city transplant. Imagine a 50-something hag slathered in makeup, strutting through cornfields in spaghetti straps. Tacky, desperate, vile. Last visit, she'd extorted $500 extra by shaming Mikey Presents while her spineless husband cowered. Lisa's here? Perfect. The woman waddled over before I'd even sipped water. Your uncle's picking fruit. Drop that junk and help him. She snapped fingers at her son without letting me speak. Dave, hurry up and put these things away in the storage room. Take them when you visit your girlfriend's family later. Don't leave them outside, or they'll get opened and eaten before they've even warmed up properly. Lisa's stepmother spoke with pointed implications, clearly referring to me. Last time I brought over a case of premium drinks, and since we couldn't drink alcohol at lunch, her father suggested opening them. That's how this whole mess started. But seriously, as the lady of the house, don't you know how to treat your future son-in-law? Not only did you accept my gifts without thanks, but you tried to re-gift them to your future daughter-in-law right in front of me? Playing favorites with your own son. Huh. Fine. Pretending to help Dave carry things. I whispered in the storage room, looking energetic there. Brother-in-law. Dave chuckled, glancing at Lisa outside. Good mood equals good energy. I forced a smile and pulled out a blue package from my pocket, slipping it to him mysteriously. Special preparation for you. What's this? He started unwrapping it, but I stopped him. Heard you've got a new girlfriend. This'll boost your performance. Top-notch stuff. Just wipe before use. I smirked. Unexpectedly, Dave grinned wider than I did, nodding meaningfully. Wouldn't want to waste your thoughtfulness. I'll try it soon. My pleasure. Brother-in-law. I didn't mention the pearl cotton fibers I'd embedded in the wipes, microscopic irritants causing itchiness requiring immediate showers. The coarse salt I later poured into their primitive water heater bag, that saline solution would sting like hell on sensitive skin. Call me twisted, but I'm actually doing them a favor with this antibacterial treatment. The stepmother barged in, scowling. Quit dilly-dallying. Your uncle's at the orchard already. If you want to be someone's future son-in-law, show some initiative. She practically dragged me out, then demanded, bring back pork knuckles, 2 pounds of crawfish, and 2 pounds of crab. How about I get you a rooster instead? I retorted. Her eyes bulged. Auntie. I said chicken. Want some? No. She snapped. Lisa reluctantly left with me, crucial to remove her from the impending chaos. We returned at noon with her father. I'd bought the demanded feast, laced with laxatives, while excusing myself to the outhouse, shared with their makeshift shower stall. Lisa carried the food inside, watching her father work like a farm mule preparing lunch without rest. I called softly, Lisa, come here. We need to talk. Dave couldn't hold back anymore, poking his head into the room and waving at Lisa. The girl actually pretended to play hard to get. What's up? Just come here already. Ugh. Why the secrecy? Lisa grumbled even as she followed Dave into the East Wing. Classic case of cut the crap theatrics. I rubbed my hands together in satisfaction, eagerly awaiting the drama. Right on cue. The stepmother sauntered in with a water bottle. Lisa, we need to talk. She plopped onto the Kong bed, crossing her legs and shamelessly devouring crawfish. These crawfish taste. My heart skipped a beat. Could her damn taste buds actually tell the difference? Absolutely delicious. Where'd you get them? Old Lee's supermarket. I answered, suppressing a sigh of relief. She nodded, then dropped the bomb. Any plans to marry Lisa? The question caught me off guard. Since when did this woman care? Lisa wasn't even her biological daughter. This reeked of ulterior motives. Considering it. Yes. Good. Let's cut to the chase. We want 500,000 yuan bride price. I blinked. Holy shit. Even ignoring her questionable authority as a stepmother, was Lisa's entire body even worth 500,000? Auntie, correct me if I'm wrong, but the local standard tops out at 100,000? None of your business. She snapped. My son's new girlfriend comes from money. They demand 500,000 for face. You know our situation. You're paying. Oh. The plot thickens. She's extorting her stepdaughter's marriage for her son's benefit. Of course. She added casually, we might not return the money post-wedding. Your father-in-law and I need retirement funds. Unfucking believable. Why not wish upon a star while you're at it? Not that I plan to marry Lisa anyway. This was pure entertainment. Why should we fund your retirement when your son's perfectly capable? Enough questions. She glared. Pay up or walk. Plenty of suitors want Lisa. Her tone turned smug. When Dave marries into that wealthy family, you'll benefit from the connections too. The woman preened like she'd already secured a golden ticket. In her dreams, if those two schemers succeeded, I'd wash my hair upside down in public. Silence means agreement? The stepmother fidgeted when I didn't respond. I smirked internally. Buy your brat some time. Why don't you? This whole conversation was just me killing time. Glancing at the opposite room, I finally answered, shouldn't we consult Lisa first? Some things are better left unsaid. But since we're discussing marriage arrangements, I suppose you should be mindful of your position. After all, you're the stepmother and he's the stepson, right? What are you implying? Lisa's stepmother shot up from her seat, face flushed with anger. I quickly offered a placating smile. No need to get upset. I'm sure Lisa's told you about my family's financial situation. If she agrees to the $50,000 dowry, I'll find a way to make it work. Though I'm not certain she'd want to shoulder the debt afterward. Lisa, the stepmother bellowed with startling ferocity, storming toward the West Wing like some deranged matriarch. When Lisa didn't appear, she marched to the bedroom door and jiggled the locked handle. Thud, thud, thud. What are you two doing in there? Open up. The door swung open to reveal Lisa pale as moonlight, stammering excuses about a faulty lock. My attention immediately snapped to Dave, whose face had bloomed into an alarming rash. He kept scratching furiously, no doubt spreading whatever reaction he'd gotten from his special wet wipes. Dave, what's going on with your face? I asked innocently, biting back laughter. His glare could have melted steel, but he ground out. Nothing. Just sudden itching. Hilarious. Is it just your face? The thought barely formed before Dave tried bolting for the bathroom. I blocked his escape, couldn't let him go before the laxatives took effect. Imagine the poetic justice, him showering while battling diarrhea. You can't leave yet. We need to finalize the dowry discussion. Figure it out yourselves. Dave shuffled sideways like a crab, but I grabbed his arm. His composure shattered. Let go. He wrenched free and sprinted to the bathroom like an Olympic athlete. I'd underestimated his desperation. The blood-curdling scream came moments later. Oh, the disinfectant's working. When Mrs. Thompson moved to investigate, Lisa intercepted her. It's just his skin allergy. Mom, nothing serious. Clearly, Lisa didn't want her stepmom seeing Dave's naked, blistering body. Little did she know this cover-up would backfire spectacularly. The older woman eyed Lisa critically. You're getting married. And Dave's seeing someone now. No more of this childhood closeness. People might misunderstand. You're not blood-related. His fiancée comes from a conservative family. I won't have rumors ruining his prospects. Lisa squirmed under the thinly veiled accusation. Mom, you're being ridiculous. Her giggly denial lacked conviction. Any truly innocent woman would have erupted in outrage. Pathetically transparent. After lecturing Lisa, her stepmother couldn't wait to start negotiating the $50,000 dowry. I specifically observed Lisa's expression calm, natural, utterly indifferent. Seems like she's head over heels, determined to make me her cash cow. Good thing I remained unflappable. At this point, even if they demanded $1 million, I could have listened to their wish list without batting an eye. Meanwhile, I prayed silently. Let that old hag's laxative kick in already. The show can't start soon enough. Dear Lord, make it happen. The moment my prayer ended, Mrs. Morrison froze. Her lips pressed into a thin line while her glazed eyes betrayed internal turmoil. Within seconds, her mouth twitched violently, clamping her legs together. She shuffled sideways along the Kong bed before bolting outside. Lisa rushed to support her. Model stepdaughter extraordinaire. Mom, what's wrong? My stomach. Those lobsters must have been spoiled. By the outhouse, Dave still hadn't emerged. His mother desperately hissed through clenched teeth. Dave, hurry up. The relentless flushing drowned her pleas, each gush of water worsening her predicament. Any sane person would have sought neighboring facilities. But this wretched woman had burned every bridge in town. Even outdoor relief would have earned her dirt clods from passers-by unless some geriatric creep took interest. Seeing the crisis escalate, Lisa yelled at the outhouse. 5 agonizing minutes passed before Dave finally emerged, clothes disheveled. The stepmother charged in like a spooked stallion, nearly knocking Lisa over. She reappeared 10 minutes later, scurrying to change clothes. The aftermath required no explanation. I bitterly regretted not wiping her granny panties with disinfectant wipes earlier. That had scorched the greed right out of her delusional soul. Lunch became a tense affair. Nobody touched the lobster, but they devoured crab and pork knuckles. Crab shells might slow the laxative, but those braised meats? No guarantees. My frugal father-in-law barely ate, leaving most for Dave and his mom. Bathroom wars seemed inevitable this afternoon. The drive home passed in silence. Finally, Lisa tentatively asked, Honey, about the dowry. Sure, but I'm broke. I answered cheerfully. Her eyes lit up as she clung to my arm adoringly. Then let's sell your parents' house. They can downsize anyway. Sell their retirement home. I stared incredulously. Even now? She kept scheming. Some parasites just can't be cured. Aren't there still houses in your rural hometown? Just move back there. My parents live in the countryside too, don't they? Are you kidding me? My expression darkened. Our old farmhouse hasn't been lived in for over a decade. It's practically condemned. Lisa's voice trembled slightly. So what? You expect me to just keep talking without action? Though I found this woman utterly repulsive now, I needed to test her limits. Lisa, that's your stepmother. Dave is your stepbrother. Why are you so obsessed with controlling them? Stepfamily? They've been nothing but good to me. Her sudden defensiveness told me I'd struck a nerve. Her pitch rose sharply. This isn't about blood relations. I nodded bitterly. So your brilliant solution is to saddle us with $50,000 debt? Or make my parents homeless? You can interpret it that way. She grabbed her purse violently. No money. No wedding. Period. The door slammed behind Lisa with finality. Our first real separation after years living together. From the window, I watched her hail a cab immediately after leaving our complex. Couldn't wait till noon. Could you? I muttered as the taxi's roof light illuminated her destination board. IKEA 345 chain hotel. Little did she know about the tracking device hidden in her bag. My calls went straight to voicemail before her phone powered off completely. Switching devices, I navigated to an obscure livestream platform. The channel Madman's Pranks caught my eye, a local shock jockey with thousands of daily viewers. Without hesitation, I donated $1,000. When the host shouted, "What's the move, bros?" I typed my request, "Hotel cheating sting operation." The chat exploded, frowny face, "Holy shit, Madman, get moving. It's in your city. Do this and you'll go viral. Shared everywhere, hurry." After brief hesitation and my additional cash incentive, Madman's camera crew raced toward the hotel. Meanwhile, the tracker transmitted Dave's voice. "Damn it. That bastard tampered with our wet wipes and salted the shower water. Mom had diarrhea at lunch. Then both of us this afternoon. This isn't coincidence. Do you think he knows?" Long silence before Lisa's hesitant reply. "Now that you mention it, he used to obey my every word. But tonight, we had this huge fight." Her voice softened. "Dave, if he really found out, would you marry me? Don't be ridiculous." "Lisa." His chuckle carried cruel amusement. "We're not blood related, but society would crucify us. What's wrong with us loving each other?" Her petulant tone revealed painful truth. This wasn't just thrill-seeking. She genuinely loved him. But Dave and his gold-digging mother only saw her as a plaything in their social climbing fantasy. Perfect conflict. I immediately updated Madman's instructions. When breaching the room, cover the woman first. Show bias. I need to make Dave jealous. Let him suspect that all of this was arranged by Lisa to sabotage his marriage plans. "Lisa. Oh, Lisa. I'm about to show you what true heartbreak feels like." "All right, Lisa. Don't go back tonight. Tomorrow we'll test the waters and figure out our next move." "Lisa. Did you bring the maid outfit?" "No. But I bought some lingerie for you on the way. Put it on now." Their heated encounter began with sounds too explicit to describe. I anxiously watched the screen, relieved when the prankster arrived quickly. I immediately texted him the bugged room number. The guy was a natural. He convinced a janitor he'd lost his keycard and dragged her to room 302. Before she could react, he swiped a stolen card and kicked the door open. Screams erupted as the camera revealed two naked figures. The man tumbled off in panic, moving like lightning. The prankster threw a blanket over Lisa before shoving his phone camera in Dave's face. "What the hell are you doing?" Dave roared, face flushing crimson. The live chat exploded as the prankster zoomed in. LMAO front row seats. "Damn, she's hot. Stop covering her. Show us the goods." The prankster filmed 30 seconds of gold before escaping. I saved the entire recording. This evidence could destroy them both. I can't wait to see Lisa's stepmother's reaction when her Golden Boys meal ticket gets revoked. Wonder how Dave will explain this mess. Back on screen, chaos continued. "Who were those people?" Dave demanded. "How should I know?" Lisa's voice shook. A loud slap echoed. Dave screamed. "Only you and I knew about this hotel." After tense silence came Lisa's choked sobs. "You hit me?" "Damn right I did." 5 minutes of crashing sounds and screams later, Dave panted threats. "Lisa, don't you dare ruin my wedding plans. This was just fun between us. If that stunt leaks, I'll skin you alive." Lisa fled crying, sobbing through her cab ride home. She burst into my arms at midnight. "Honey," she sniffled. Let's keep our money. I'm not paying Dave's dowry anymore. Slap. My eyes widened as I swung my arm in a full arc, my palm connecting sharply with her still flushed cheek. God, I'd been waiting for this moment forever. I never hit women. But this slap, pure satisfaction. Lisa stared at me dazed, tears streaming down her face with a mixture of shock and terror. Honey, what are you doing? Get out. I kicked her off the bed. You've got some nerve. Lisa, pressuring me for $50,000. Trying to sell my parents' house. Then pulling that midnight disappearing act when I refused. Ghosting my calls. Shutting off your phone. Now crawling back here with your tearful epiphany? I scoffed. I treated you like gold. And you played me for a fool? Guilt flashed across her face. She probably thought I knew about the hotel incident. She scrambled toward me, groveling. Please forgive me. Baby, I'm begging you. I'd never let her confirm my suspicions. After all, Dave's wedding plans weren't finalized yet. Lisa's real tragedy was just beginning. Watching her mascara-streaked sobs, I feigned sympathy and let her collapse against my chest. Lisa, promise you'll never pull this crap again? Her body stiffened momentarily. Never, she whispered before dissolving into fresh wails. Christ, look what Dave's done to her. 2 days later, my opportunity arrived. Lisa got the family call. Dave's fiancé was coming to discuss wedding details over dinner. I'll never forget Lisa's expression when she saw the girlfriend. That raw insecurity radiated off her like cheap perfume. The fiancé was everything Lisa wasn't poised. Elegant, arriving with $1,000 gifts that made her stepmother salivate. The woman who'd never lifted a finger in the kitchen suddenly played hostess, desperately ordering me to whip up something presentable. I lounged on the couch, cracking sunflower seeds. The hag looked ready to spit nails until Lisa stepped between us. Ice in her voice. Aunt Karen, my husband's a guest here, not staff. The room froze. After years of mom, that deliberate aunt was nuclear. Lisa's anger burned bright enough to singe Dave's eyebrows off. Panicking, he mumbled excuses to his fiancée and dragged Lisa outside. My favorite part? She never noticed the bug I'd planted on her. Dave's hissed pleas carried through my earpiece. Come on, Lise. Stop this. Why? Aunt Karen's accurate, isn't it? That night, my mistake. Okay. I'll still love you after the wedding. Same as before. Deal? You promise? Jesus H. Christ. Even now? She's clinging to this sick affair with her stepbrother. The delusion's almost impressive. Is this a case of lovesickness or sheer stupidity? Not that I particularly care anymore. Honestly, at this point, Lisa could be hosting an entire swinger party with her stepbrother, and I wouldn't bat an eye. After securing that verbal agreement, Lisa completely transformed. She even volunteered to help her stepmother cook dinner. The look of utter bewilderment on that woman's face was priceless. Our impromptu family meal felt surreal. I've dated Lisa for years and eaten at the Morrison household countless times. Yet this was the first occasion they served Sichuan peppercorn pork. Guess I finally caught a break. Midway through lunch, Mrs. Morrison started dropping not-so-subtle hints about dowries. Dave's girlfriend gazed adoringly at him before announcing, Mr. and Mrs. Morrison, my parents have reconsidered their $70,000 dowry demand. We'll proceed without it. No dowry. How wonderfully progressive. Mrs. Morrison's grin faltered as her eyes slid toward me. Must be nice having that kind of financial security. Unlike us simple folks who need traditional arrangements to protect our girls. Don't you agree, Zhenglin? I met her probing stare head on. How much were you thinking, Auntie? Her fork clattered against the plate. After an awkward pause, she deflected. We'll discuss your situation with Lisa privately later. Why wait? Let's settle this now. Her cheeks flushed crimson. The standard rate's $15,000. Satisfied? Actually, no. What? She spluttered. You can't even manage $15,000? Honestly, not a dime. Between my modest income and constantly bankrolling your family's groceries and luxuries, I let the implication hang. 3 sets of Morrison eyes widened in synchronized panic. Lisa reached for my hand. Honey, let's talk about this at home. I shook her off. Why defend them after everything you confessed about Dave? The color drained from Dave's face as he glared daggers at his sister. Relax, everyone. I burst out laughing. just lightening the mood. Seriously though, sis-in-law, Dave here's solid marriage material. Right, Lisa? My girlfriend nodded frantically. Absolutely. Let's eat. Dave's oblivious fiancé, clearly missing the subtext, cheerfully proposed hosting their engagement party in 2 weeks. The Morrisons jumped at the idea. Fantastic. I agreed wholeheartedly. Why spoil their little charade now? These snakes deserve a proper public takedown, not some half-baked kitchen confrontation. Back home, Lisa launched into damage control. You shouldn't judge Mom too harshly. Getting the dowry lowered is already a win. Lowered? Honey, you haven't seen true reckoning yet. The real question is how far will that number drop when your entire house of cards comes crashing down? You think 100,000 is generous? I eventually stopped obsessing over that. Quietly, I began planning the engagement party scheduled for 2 weeks later. Time flew, and soon Dave's engagement celebration arrived. His fiancée's family had booked a 5-star hotel, attended by distinguished guests radiating wealth and sophistication. The old hag arrived early in an evening gown that looked passable from afar. But up close, holy smokes. It was like a barn hen trying to impersonate a peacock with dyed feathers, a cringeworthy imitation of class. True elegance can't be faked. But she didn't seem to care, laughing loudly with some reluctant old gentleman while clutching her wine glass. Noticing my father-in-law's absence, I asked Lisa and learned the old hag had forbidden him from attending to avoid embarrassment. Classic. As Lisa went to assist with preparations, I slipped backstage to the MC, handing him a USB drive. I explained, this contains precious memories of the couple's love story, carefully curated by a certain Lisa. The MC gave me an approving thumbs up, murmuring about how the wealthy sure knew romance. Romance? More like recklessness. At 11:40 a.m. sharp, the ceremony commenced. After standard formalities, during the ring exchange, the MC dramatically announced, "Love is life's greatest adventure." Thanks to MS. Lisa will now witness the couple's most cherished moments. Dave's hands trembled violently, sending the ring clattering to the floor. Don't play it. He lunged toward the stage, but the MC had already clicked play. The ballroom screens lit up with footage from that crazy prankster's livestream. The crowd erupted in gasps. Half the stares burned into Dave, the other half into Lisa. Lisa turned mortified pale, looking ready to vanish into thin air. The old hag's plastic smile shattered as she jumped up shrieking. This is a misunderstanding. They're siblings. They'd never. Siblings? The crowd buzzed with scandalized delight. On stage, the bride-to-be slapped Dave hard enough to leave a handprint, flinging her ring aside as she stormed out. Dave scrambled after her like a panicked puppy. The old hag descended on Lisa like a feral cat, nails raking bloody streaks across her face. I warned you to stay away from Dave. When Lisa broke free and confronted me screaming, "Was this you, Jake?" I smirked. Bingo. No prize, though. We're through. Lisa, as she tried chasing me, I spun 180 degrees and laid a smacking kiss on her scratched cheek. You're the cheater. Enjoy the mess you made. That afternoon, I moved out and blocked her everywhere, though not before installing tracking software on her devices. Later intel revealed Dave didn't just lose his fiancée. Her family had him beaten black and blue before blacklisting him from the city. High society doesn't forgive public humiliations. The real kicker? After her darling's downfall, Lisa actually tried crawling back to Dave, only to get double-teamed by him and his mother in a brutal beatdown even her father couldn't stop. The mother-son duo then cleaned out the Morrison family's last $50,000 before vanishing. Lisa filed a heartbroken police report. After the two were apprehended and brought back, they apparently spent additional time incarcerated. With a criminal record now, Dave became utterly intolerable. In a rage, he beat Lisa into a crippled state, completely letting his true self loose before ending up in prison. The old woman, having lost all hope in life, hanged herself. Unfortunately, those two scumbags never ended up shackled together for life. But the outcome was still pretty satisfying.